Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Jags lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Bills, who will need to be stout up front.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go!
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, it's McCoy. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Here we go! Flag round!
Taylor. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
This for his running back, McCoy. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 36. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Bortles now on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 48. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Taylor to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. It's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Taylor. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out. At about the 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. A good pickup there, a 22. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Bortles to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Flushed out right, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down. To throw is Bortles. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Bortles now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Black round.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the D-line's going to spread out. Carry now for McCoy. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 1, 9, run.
They go play action with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. When they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean, they want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
You need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On second down, here's Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Bortles now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Bortles to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them.
And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now a play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio!
Play action. Now Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Play clock winding down. Now Taylor. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Here we go! Flex round!
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll come out in the pistol. Fournette on the counter. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll give Fournette another crack, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Shaun Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fresh set of downs here. Now it's Taylor. And that's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. He finds McCoy. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. And he motions the wide receiver. Taylor. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And the wideout in motion. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, here's Bortles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaq Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Bortles going to throw. Airing it out for Hearns. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
They go play action now. Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go with McCoy. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And it's third down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Bills on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Taylor to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Let's go! Next round!
On first down, it's Taylor. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go!
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hey! Here we go!
Now McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
Looking and finding Allen Hurns. There goes Allen Hurns. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Come on, let's go.
Off play action. Taylor. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Come on, let's round.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Jags, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.